Carole here. I'm going to look at a pose today called reverse triangle. Not a pose that you want to do from a cold start. Make sure that you're thoroughly warmed up, perhaps with a round of salute to the sun and a couple of seated twists. So it's based very much around the flank stretch. You're going to have your hips facing forwards and go as if you were about to enter flank stretch. Step back with your right leg, turn your heel in. Make sure you feel balanced. It's really interesting how you can feel very wobbly in a pose when you've got 2 feet on the floor and potentially one hand. You want to aim to keep this left leg straight, but there are versions of the pose that you can soften into that left knee. You're going to lengthen your spine as you inhale. As you exhale, draw in through the core. Again, inhale and lengthen, and this time take your right arm up. And as you exhale, come forward halfway. Try not to let your hips twist and keep that left hip drawing back into the socket. I've got a block placed here and I'm going to pop it to the side of my left foot. And then as I reach forward, I'm going to come across and take my hand onto the block. Be careful if you put it on its end, it can be quite unstable. You can have it a little bit lower. What you're aiming to do then is push away from the floor, keeping this left hip back and take a twist. If you feel unsteady, take a slight step to the right with your back foot. Lift and open up through your hips. Turn your torso so your left shoulder rolls back. Keep your head level, don't let the head dangle. Don't let this left hip come forward. That's one of the things I tend to find is difficult. Keep that left leg as straight as you possibly can. And as long as you feel that left hip's not going anywhere, you could roll your arm around the back of your waist. That's a nice modified version. Or you can take this left arm up in the air and work to open out through the side of the waist. You could look down. You could look to the window. You could look up to the ceiling. Now another way to modify this pose if your hamstrings are tight is actually just to come onto the outside of the leg and to turn from here and just work into this shoulder. Keeping this left hip back, try not to let it twist, and work your alignment from this pose here. Eventually coming to the floor. Come out of it nice and steady, step back in. And be interested when you swap over sides what happens through the hips. So it works to stretch into the hamstrings and the calves, you'll feel that. It works to go into the buttocks and the glutes. It also works to twist and open the spine, open up through the shoulders and the neck. So there is a heck of a lot going on in this pose, which is why it can feel a bit interesting. So again, I've stepped back with my left foot now, I've turned my heel in very slightly. I need to get my balance. I need to lengthen my spine before I do anything, and that's going to the top of my head as I inhale. And as I exhale, I want to draw in through my core. As I inhale this time, my left arm's coming up, shoulders are relaxed. And as I exhale, I'm coming forward halfway. Think a nice flat ironing board with your back. Head in line as you inhale and lengthen the left side of the body. And as you exhale, take your left hand across to the block. Doesn't matter how high it is, but keep it steady. If you feel unbalanced, take a step to the left with your back foot. Gently press that right hip backwards and lengthen both sides of your torso. Try not to turn towards your right hip. So open your right shoulder. If your hip feels okay there, you can just roll the arm around the back of the waist. If you need to adjust your block, move it to a different position. If you need to adjust your feet, do so. Keep breathing. Once you're in the pose, just work your out breath to give you a little bit more softness. Keep that back heel pressed down. If you're happy to take this arm up, you can reach for the sky, but you don't have to. Draw that right hip back all the time, keep the shoulders relaxed. Remember your modified version is to stay a little higher, to really get your balance through those feet, and just turn from here, working that right shoulder and that right hip back. Because your head's slightly lower than your heart, then make sure you come up nice and slowly.